Joe Lode, you brought someone in.
Yeah.
This is Mike Collins.
This is my buddy Mike Collins.
Hello, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And you're a proud dad right now.
Absolutely. Just here to talk a little bit about the Whitesboro track team this year.
So how does it? So I guess I'd forgotten. I ran track. I called it that. The coach disagreed, but I ran track in high school, and remember Mr. Tanner.
Oh, you had Mr. Tanner.
I had Mr. Tanner.
I had Walt.
Oh, right.
Walt Smith, the great pumpkin.
I remember when we went to the class tournament, and it wasn't a tournament, the class meet.
Yeah.
He had said, "You really think you need to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a part of the team here. I'm going to compete." He said, "Yeah, do you think you should go?"
He gave you a real good vote of confidence.
So
huh?
once you go to so everybody goes to the class except for me, to the class meet. And then they compete, and then individuals then move on, very much like wrestling, unlike a baseball program or football or something like that, right?
Exactly.
And that's what's happened here.
Yeah, they had their normal season, and then last Friday out at CNS High School was the state qualifiers.
Okay,
And,
so that's where this has gotten confusing. Is that considered the sectionals, or they call it the state qualifiers?
They won the Section 3
Okay.
championship, which was the week before.
Then you go to the
then
state
they
qualifier.
go to the state qualifiers,
Okay.
which they won at CNS. There were
And this is the 4x100
correct.
team. Okay.
The 4x100. Then
Which your
there's
son
also,
is on.
Yep, my son, Ryan Zuperi, Andy Hadis, and Lucas Kassab.
Okay.
The 4x100, they ran last Friday a 40-46, which actually crushed the school record for Whitesboro.
Wow.
These kids have been working real hard all season. You know, obviously the track season for most people ended weeks ago.
Yeah.
And these guys are going on. They not only won the state qualifiers and going to Middletown this weekend for the state championship, they also are going next weekend to North Carolina for the Nationals.
So they have qualified for the Nationals.
They have.
And that's based on time. How do they compete in terms, have you stacked it up against others across the state? Where do they rank with that time?
Well, a couple weeks ago, the 4x100 team was ranked 10th in the state. They are now ranked 5th.
Wow.
Based on that 40-46, which is absolutely amazing.
So they're moving up.
They're moving up. They're getting faster and just getting stronger. And
now, if I'm correct, the school, once you reach this level, the school does not pay for this. Explain what's happening here.
Today's event, or this weekend's event, is actually the states. So the school can be affiliated and is taking care of them, game bus ride down, hotel, everything like that for the weekend. Once you hit the national level, it cannot be affiliated or funded by the school at all.
Okay.
Joe and myself have spoke along with all the other parents and whatnot, and we got Alex Carbone from the Fitness Mill, who's been great for the past couple weeks. He donated shirts to these guys with their names on them. He gave them all the entry fees, which is like $555 right there. He's donating a week's worth of fitness classes, taking the proceeds from that and giving it to the kids. We've had some of the other parents raising donations. We're collecting cans and bottles. We're doing everything we can because it's not just like, a $500 or $1,000, amount of money. It's going to be, probably $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for all these kids.
Where are the Nationals again?
In Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. So you can drive there. Will they drive down? Is that what the plan is?
Some people are driving. Some people are flying.
They're flying down.
There's
the kids
actually
will probably fly, right?
Yeah, the kids will fly. There's also Kelsey Wands is a senior. At Whitesboro. She's actually a long jumper.
Okay.
She qualified for the Nationals. And Madison Kazira as well. She's a shot putter.
So you have
absolutely amazing.
You have several, 4, 5, 6 kids going.
Yeah,
down,
there's 6 kids going, and there's several events: the 4x1, the shot put, the 200, the long jump, and also the 100-yard dash that Lucas Kassab runs, and he ran like a 10.86. He qualified for the Nationals too. This kid's
pretty
fast. Pretty awesome. So if people wanted to help out by donating, giving some funds, because you're saying it's going to be quite expensive.
It is. It's going to be very expensive.
How can people help out?
Well, obviously, I'll give you my contact information today before I leave. Everybody knows Joe Lode or Joe Light.
Maybe Joe's Joe Light.
It used to be Joe Lode. It's now
Yeah,
Joe Light.
Joe Light.
100 pounds. Amazing, this guy.
Yeah,
Version
isn't it
2.0.
incredible?
It is. Yeah.
And it's a life changer. That's
is.
the beauty of that.
So this track event we're talking about, and Joe Lode losing 100 pounds,
Crazy.
is it's absolutely amazing.
You missed the boat here because you could have, and people would have bet a ton of money because they never would have thought you could do it.
Yeah.
If you would have said, "Pledge me per pound. I'm going on a diet. Pledge me per pound." Could you imagine the kind of money you could have raised?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I will say this. Do you think you would have been committed had you been in a bet situation? Because I find that, like, if I know I'm doing something, like, I'm better off keeping it to myself. Stay quiet, do my own thing, work hard, don't need to tell anybody. You kind of seem like the same type, too. But do you think betting on it, having everybody out there to bet on it or to critique you on it, would have affected what you've done?
Well, I think from the start I put it out there, and I've been tracking on social media how and not because I needed praise or not because I needed other people to tell me, oh, you're doing good or bad. I just needed to do it because I felt that if I put it out there, then I was going to be committed to it. Right.
Yeah.
And, it's been a journey, and the journey's not over, because I'm still going to go forward, but it's definitely been a lifestyle change. And, again, nothing against people that feel like they needed to do the surgery, because I was at that point where I was going to do the surgery, and I said I'm going to give myself one more opportunity to do it without, because I think this way is 100 times better, because you actually train yourself to eat better.
It is so much better.
Yeah.
And even with the surgery, people have their stomachs re-stretch.
Sure.
And they put
and
weight.
sometimes
they put
people
weight
put
back on.
weight on more than what they were,
Yeah,
prior. Yeah. All it takes one day, just get through the door someplace. I don't care if you go to the fitness mill. I don't care if you go to Andrew goes to this other one, some other training, OB. I go to wellness center. I mean, wherever you go, as long as you go somewhere and just open the door and walk in. That's the hardest thing I ever did. Over a year ago, is to walk through the door.
I moved my mailbox from the side of the house to the street, and I want to get the mail. So it's great.
Counting your steps.
I'm counting my steps. It used to be like one step onto the porch, but now I get a good 16, 17 in.
You know, the funniest thing is, though, I could picture it about 10:30 each morning. Benjamin, go get the mail.
Get the mail as I'm popping open a bag of popcorn or something. All right, so back to Whitesboro. So Joe would be the contact person.
Yeah, Joe Lode. Bill, I'll leave you my email address.
Good.
So
right.
Anybody that wants to contact me to make donations to the kids, would be, we can do it that way.
Even if you're a business and you're out there and you say, hey, I want to give towards somebody in the community. Yeah. This is a great idea for a business too.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're, like I said, we're collecting, cans and bottles. We
whatever
got
you
between
can
now. Today and next Wednesday, everything basically has to be done. Because of when these guys are leaving.
Is your kid a senior?
He's a senior, and today's his birthday.
His
Actually.
birthday today.
Wow, that's really
happy
cool.
Birthday, Marco.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations. This is going to be a lot of fun to
I'd like to also
do this,
thank Coach Bedreau, Coach Holslag, and Coach Carney. Those guys have put extended hours into these kids and basically getting them to where they need to be, and I appreciate you having me on the air today.
All right.
Thank you.
So if anybody wants to help, Joe will be here for a good part of this morning anyway. So
thank you.
They could reach out to Joe. Mike, thanks for coming in. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with the graduation party and all that stuff.
I appreciate it.
Should be a lot of fun, I'm sure.